Do you think the gender wage gap exists?
Yes.
Well, I guess it does because I've been hearing it from other people living in the US, and I'm not from US, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
100%. Oh yeah, I know it does.
Okay, this is gonna be controversial. I think that it exists when like a woman takes maternity leave and like just has to take time away that is equivalent to being a female or like, you know, motherhood. But I do think in like top positions, yes. As for lower positions, not really.
I believe that gender inequality is not just black and white. It's something that varies and is different between regions of the world.
I haven't seen the statistics, but I guess it does exist.
Gender inequality, in a nutshell, is discrimination on the basis of sex or gender, causing one sex or gender to be prioritized over another, usually male domination over female. The wage gap is a subset of gender inequality, developing in work environments due to gender discrimination and assumptions made about women workers. Women of all races, marital and parental status deal with the wage gap, but some groups are hit harder than others. According to the Chicago Foundation for Women, mothers of young children experience the largest wage gap, even though they need a fair wage the most. A mother at the same age of a married man only earns 76 cents to his dollar. It varies by state as well. In Illinois, women earn an average of 22% less than their male counterparts. In Wyoming, women earn 37% less than men, the largest gap in pay in America at this time. As well as the differences in women with kids and women without, and their pay gap, there's also extreme examples of race playing a big part in the wage gap. This is an aspect of intersectionality, of race and gender. While men of different races also experience the wage gap, women of differing races experience it much harsher. White women earn about 80 cents on average in America for every dollar a white man earns. Asian women earn about 85 cents to the dollar. Black women earn about 63 cents to the dollar. Latino women have the widest wage gap, earning only 55 cents to every dollar a white man earns in America.
My name is Piper. I am the store manager at Express West Diversey. I don't really have to worry about wage gaps here. One, because I am the only one who gets paid this pay rate in this location. Two, I'm the one who decides everyone's pay. I am a woman in the workforce, so I'm going to ensure that everyone is paid fairly and equally in my establishment. I don't really face a lot of discrimination in pay in this industry. It's really more based on experience and how long you've been with the company. No one really gets paid the same rate for anything. I do face some discrimination in the workforce against women, not necessarily by pay, but mostly from customers. Some customers will come in and ask me a question, I will give them an answer, and they will turn around and ask a male employee who is below me the exact same question, and he will give them the same answer. They will always look to the male employee for validation over what I have to say. Yes, I am leaving the retail workforce and entering the corporate world next week, and I do not know what that is going to entail as far as equality for women in that workforce there.
The future of the wage gap is extremely difficult to understand because there isn't any real knowledge of what it can become in the future. The problem isn't merely unequal pay. Unequal pay and the wage gap are just subsets of a larger issue of implicit sexism in the workplace environment that is prevalent in all workplaces in America and the world at large. This unequal treatment, even if under the radar or not explicit, leads to problems like the wage gap, unfair treatment, and even unfair termination that some laws or rules cannot protect fully, at least not yet. Demanding that companies have transparency over the wage gap within the company is an important piece to the puzzle. With transparency and payroll available to all, the gaps that may exist without any acknowledgement can be brought to life. There is also a call for more workplace gender equality agencies and more action from those agencies themselves in acting on their gender biases and bringing them to light. In Australia, there is now a requirement by the Workplace Gender Equality Association to report their wages to the board, which will eventually lead to a published database of the pay gap in Australia and how it is changing. The WGEA also focuses on promoting pay equity rather than broad equal pay. Pay equity takes into account discretionary pay, allowances, performance pay, merit payments, bonuses, and superannuation. Unequal pay is just a baseline for understanding unequal equity as a whole. So, what is the solution to the wage gap? In short, there isn't an easy answer. The wage gap is something that is intrinsic in the work environment, and to solve it, there isn't one single easy fix. Instead, it is a combination of accountability, understanding, and problem solving on the part of the government, individual employers, and employees themselves. Governmental input, like in Australia, is important, as well as gender workplace transparency. Programs like affordable daycare, paid time off, and in-office childcare is also extremely important to begin to implement. Despite all of this, the wage gap is closing. Slowly. How slowly, though? What year do you think the wage gap will close?
Well, I guess not soon. It will take a lot of time and effort to do so. And I don't know if society is ready for it, but there is definitely a demand for it.
I also have I'm very optimistic that, we all as humans can reach such goals within the coming, maybe 30 years.
I don't know, 2030 seems too soon. 2040? 2050?
Never. Because I think it's a societal construct with masculinity and femininity, and like there's always going to be that difference between men and women. You can it started since the early time. It started ever since we shifted to capitalism.
Not in our lifetime.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah. I feel like if there's a statistic, it would be 2050, but I don't even feel like that's.
I feel like it's 2,100, whatever.
Yeah,
it's
it's 2111.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Damn.
Horrible. That's a long time away.
I wouldn't be too surprised, but for I thought to say 100 years for the entire world, but for the U.S., yes, I'm surprised.
Wow. So it's 80, 70.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time from now.
Well, that's crazy. But I'm happy for my children and their children, I guess, and the children of their children.